Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're gonna try Charis by PK Perfume. So Charis is a fragrance that is not in market right now. Maybe when the video will be out or when you watch the video, the fragrance will be in the market. But at the moment it's not, and I don't know if Paul sent it to me so I can try it, or if it was always in the little kit of fragrance in the sample kit. But I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna be probably the first person to do a video review on the fragrance. I sprayed it in the air and I'm smelling it. It really fills the room, and it's often how I spray it is toward like the ground so it doesn't raise in the air, and that tells me that for some people it will probably project a lot, even though for me it doesn't project that much. And really on paper it's another world than on my skin. First note I'm picking up, it's some, I would say, citrusy lychee. So I'm picking up lychee, and it's a citrusy lychee. I know in the note breakdown there's mandarin, but for me it doesn't occur to me as specifically mandarin. It's more like in the, mandarin, clementine, orange, that kind of citruses. It's not like another more specific, but it's in that area. I pick up a little bit of powderiness in the fragrance, but I wouldn't have picked it up without knowing that there's a note of powder. I pick up some orange blossom. I'm picking up some raspberry, and that's pretty much it. On my skin, what I was picking up, it's a berry or red fruit note, which is the raspberry, but for me it occurred as just berries. I think the lychee and the mandarin kind of mixed with all of it, but the raspberry was really powerful. I was picking up also a little bit of jasmine. As the fragrance went, the berry kind of lowered, and there's some mandarin, some powder also that I could pick up. So in the opening, in the mid, there was a lot of sandalwood, and the raspberry note, the berry note became really raspberry. And as it keeps drying down, the raspberry lowered and the vanilla came like more present. And at some point, I feel it smelled a little bit like castoreum. And I asked Paul if there was castoreum in the fragrance, and he said there's not. But for me, at some point in the fragrance on my skin, there's a little bit of a castoreum note, not quite, but something a bit similar. And as the dry down keep going, it was mainly vanilla, and I don't know how to describe it, but the seaside smell was present. I would call it air. It's hard to say that it smells like air, because when you smell air it doesn't smell anything, but is how I could explain it. Longevity was good, 12 plus hour. Put it in the morning, went to bed, was still smelling on me. Projection was bad on my skin. As I told you, I sprayed it on the paper and it smelled a lot like few fragrance does, so my skin is probably not fit for that fragrance, and on me it was a skin scent. So for the complete note breakdown, top notes are lychee and mandarin. Heart notes are orange blossom, jasmine, lily of the valley, and powder. And the base notes are vanilla, sandalwood, raspberry, and seaside. And by the smell, I would say that it might be marketed as a woman's fragrance because it's sweet and fruity, and usually this is kind of fragrance that get more marketed toward women. For me, it's really unisex. It smells nice, it smells good. I think it doesn't have anything that leans specifically feminine or specifically masculine. It just smells good. And where I would see this fragrance, I don't think it could be a good business fragrance. There's nothing really in that area. As a dating fragrance though, I think it could be nice. It smells good, it smells sweet, it smells attractive, almost like, it doesn't smell like something you would want to eat necessarily, even though it's raspberry, vanilla and stuff like that, and lychee, but still it smells nice and sweet. So it could be a nice dating fragrance. In the summer winter spectrum, I would say it's more towards summer. The smell, it's in between, not quite summery, not quite wintry, maybe a bit more summery, but with the projection, it will be better in summer. And as an everyday fragrance, I don't think it could be a nice everyday fragrance for a man. For a woman, it could be. But for a man, it wouldn't be such a good everyday fragrance. It's more like for dating, finally. It's a nice fragrance to go on a date or something like that. Though, the fragrance lasts long, the whole day, and it still smells good, so it wouldn't be a bad everyday fragrance. It's just not the kind of fragrance I would see in that category. And who I would see wearing this fragrance, I would see someone that's maybe a businessman or something like that, someone that dress sharp, probably wear some crazy strong fragrance during the day, or maybe something more gentlemanly, and someone that have a lot of success in life. And I would see this as his dating fragrance, his fragrance for when he's not working. This is what I would see with this fragrance. Or if you look at it as a unisex fragrance, I would say maybe the fragrance of the wife of this guy or something like that, maybe. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you have any comments, if you I don't know if you tried this one, or if you tried any fragrance from PK Perfume, tell me which one you prefer in the comment. So thanks for watching. See you soon.